Welcome, everyone, to a new show, a short series that we'll be doing. Did we think of a name? An old version of a tabletop game called Rise of the Empire and Rise of the Rebellion. We'll be playing it through with myself. To my right, we have
Kade playing... Oh, do I say that yet?
Go ahead.
Kade playing Kado. So easy.
And
Danny playing Dax Draxus.
there you go.
Yeah.
Both of us chose starting letters that are the same as our names.
The current year is 0 BBY, and we are currently on a planet that is known as Rhyhadon. It is a planet that has a greenish atmosphere with a dark and purple fauna, and it is home to a unique version of wildlife called the Rhyhads. These are creatures that are similar to Sarlaccs, if any of you are familiar with the Sarlacc pits from the original Star Wars, in which they are massive beings that burrow underneath the ground. However, instead of craving biological material, these creatures survived and thrived in an environment that could host no other biological material. The planet being naturally toxic, being made up of an atmosphere of methane and sulfur oxide, makes it so that it is very difficult for life as we know it to breathe on the surface. However, these creatures thrived, and with the acidic compounds that come with the sulfurous oxide in the air, the constant dissolving of metal and raining of that provide a constant source of food for these creatures. As such, they were able to evolve over hundreds, thousands, millions of years in order to diets of different metals, typically easier ones, weaker ones that can be consumed, broken down, lower melting points. As such, these creatures are very unique in their ability. It's not often that you see creatures eating rocks and regurgitating packed nuggets of metal, essentially. As this planet was eventually discovered by the Empire in their efforts to both look for a dumping planet for their salvage, as well as a place that they might be able to spruce things up and turn it into a profit. They found this planet with the unique wildlife there, importing thousands upon thousands of immigrants and refugees that would be able to work on these salvage yards and provide the basis for this place. Because of the hostile conditions, many of them were unable to actually be in the environment themselves. However, as industrialization took over and as started living on the planet, the environment started to change. The Rhyhads one of the biggest things that they waste products is the methane that helps fill the air of the planet. And more waste products and more plant life was brought here. The methane slowly dissolved into something that is a little bit more breathable. The air still smells like eggs, but otherwise, most life forms are able to breathe the air. To an extent, this has been bad for the Rhyhads. Your character knows this well, and that the Rhyhads were built for a specific environment, and by the introductions of humans and other species, their environment is being changed and no longer suits them. As well as the Empire does not seem to care for the well-being of the Rhyhads, whether they are able to consume the metals and substances that they are putting in them, and whether those metals and substances are potentially toxic to them. As such, some of the Rhyhads have begun dying off, found with large amounts of unusable metals and waste within their stomachs. This is a concern for those who genuinely care about the Rhyhadian people and the Rhyhadian planet. This is also cut into Imperial timelines and stuff as well, as they no longer have as many Rhyhads as they would like. As such, they've closed the planet into being a prison planet, one that people are unable to leave and that they're able to treat them with inhumane conditions in order to get efficiency that they need. That is where we come to your character. Would you like to introduce your character?
My character is Dax Draxus, a little fellow, a Drall, who likes to go around collecting droid parts to fix up and create new droids that can help with the local prisoners meeting their quotas for the day so they can avoid the punishments that would ensue if they weren't there. And in exchange, he'll take whatever they can give, sometimes asking more depending on what the people have, so that he can get enough money to bribe his way out of the quotas. Which there's kind of a unofficial, official payment can make. And unless
we'll
you have a
leave that
veto. I was just trying to think of an excuse for me not having to have a quota.
One reason I wanted to introduce your character is because the Drall people were some of the first people that were introduced to this planet, being natural burrowers. The Raihads, when they digest their metal and excrete the purities, will typically do so. The metal will be found in solid states, but mixed in with rock and other rubble, usually compressed and stuff like that over thousands of years to create typical what you'd find on a regular planet, like posits of specific metal. As such, your people came in handy, being able to reach these pieces of metal much more quickly than many other people could, as well as making sure that it didn't have to go through the compression stage, so that there weren't further impurities being added on. As your people were able to dig these holes and eventually optimize the Rhydons, or the Raihads, I apologize, it stopped. Once your people's use had been served, they were allowed to stay, but weren't given much more preference or special treatment. However, the day-to-day life that goes on is not unlike many other scrapping planets and planets that deal with scrap or technology. Other than that, you're allowed to live your life as much as you please on this planet. Being under the Empire, there are certainly some difficulties that come with trying to just navigate everyday life, some restrictions and stuff like that. For the most part, life is normal for these folks. Recently, there's been an uptick in the both rebel and imperial chatter that has been noticed by just the general people on the planet. Imperial patrols have been increasing. Prison shipments have been faltering, either coming in all at once or none for long periods of time. You notice these differences, and it's not anything insane, but something telling of the times. People are more restless. People are more uneasy. We're going to join our characters in their pocket of Rhyhadon, if you would like to introduce your character.
My name is K4D0, Kato for short. Kato is a 49-year-old junked protocol droid who, after being discarded the junk planet of Rhyhadon, has fixed himself up with some battle armor, rusting pieces that he found on the junkyard planet that he now calls his. He once worked for a consular on the planet Braca, since has been considered obsolete when a new model of my droid was released. Now, Kato roams around Rhyhadon and helps fix other droids. His use of power sources to keep his body running.
I get
Wow, like an idiot for not using character voice.
What do you mean? Wait a minute.
What do you mean you use character voice when you're telling your backstory? Wow.
But yes, we will join both of you. Kato watching over do you watch over the entrance to the house? Is that correct?
I scan the area. I try not to look directly at the area, just to not make it like super
Yeah, you don't want to
obvious.
see it. Make it scared.
Yeah, I like peek there every so often. Whoops.
Okay. And then, so yes, we will come to you. You are watching over the residence of Dax, and you're able to see that the star is coming up over the horizon, and point it would be Dax's time to typically start his daily duties. Feel your body kind of almost wake up, like with the rising sun, almost as if it's solar powered.
Dax.
What do you mean?
The sun is rising. You should be waking soon. Protocol won't work on itself.
You're right, I'm up. All right, let's see, what's on our agenda today? And I kind of flip it open. Let's see. Is there anything unique about today?
Yeah. You go through your list, and there's the typical scavenge for parts, Kyber processors,
Yeah,
different
addiction.
gyros, and things like that. As you're getting towards the end of the list, it's a beeping from your terminal.
What's this? You look at it.
Yes, I believe that these sensors are heat sensitive, and I don't exude any.
All right, I'll do it.
Tap on it, the screen comes up, and you just see a written out message that says, Dax and K4DO are assigned to the 96th segment.
Well, 96. All right, that's kind of odd. I feel like I'm usually at 7, 13, 23 is pretty up. 96. Ugh.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
which, as you know, is basically other side of the planet. It is where, I shouldn't say other side of the planet, but it's a pretty good distance. It where a lot of the newer junk is.
Ugh, this is gonna be a long walk. I'm gonna be so exhausted as I slowly climb up on Kato.
Please, climb aboard, sir.
Get on. This is gonna be exhausting.
I walk 3 feet to our ship.
Thanks, Kato. You really do good work. I can't tell you enough. All right, let's get on. Climb up on the ship.
For the most part, we'll say, let's break the ice here for a second. Let's have you make a skill check.
First skill check of the game.
I need a piloting check, which is your agility. This is going to be an easy check because you are familiar with the planet, so you will only have 1 purple dice.
Okay, and then I have 2 agility, so I get 2 green, I believe.
Correct. And
I have no proficiency in piloting.
so let's have you roll it.
I don't usually fly ships. I mostly like fix droids and stuff, but that's 1 hit, 1 fail, I think.
So yes, so you succeeded. However, you got a threat symbol, which indicates a negative side effect or consequence. So yes.
Symbol.
Threat symbol. 12 with a dot in the middle of it.
And a success.
So yes, you begin traveling on your way, and you don't think anything of your trip. It's all going well until you hear a
Shut up, Kato! Just kidding, I know it's an alarm. What's going on?
it's an incoming message.
Okay.
Snooze.
I'd like to answer.
This is Captain Prino with the Empire. You are trespassing within the restricted areas of our salvage yard. What is your business?
I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. I mean, I got an outdated droid on board. You know how it is. I'm just trying to get to like a different section, 96 maybe. Well, let me check my pad.
6.
Yeah, 96.
I hope I got that right. I don't
Yeah.
know. He goes and says, I will need your identification. You and any droids or personnel on the ship.
Yeah, there's got to be a button to send all those over. I don't know. There's usually
What is your name?
I'm Dax.
Do you have a last name, Dax?
Kato, do you got a last name?
E-O.
Oh, so it's K-D-O.
No, K4DO.
K4.
Protocol states that we need both of you to land and an immediate evaluation of the ship to be performed. We need to ensure that no prohibited equipment has been taken from these premises.
I love adhering to things, but I don't have that much fuel. Are you sure this is worth delaying my arrival to 96?
We will accompany you to 96 and perform the search there.
Yeah, all right, that'll work. Thank you for being so accommodating.
And as no sooner than you have this exchange before you hear the familiar squeal of TIE fighters that come in and flank either side of you. You continue your course. You're able to successfully make it to the area, however.
While we're finishing the drive, I'm gonna have Kato, can you look around and see if I got any of the expensive processing parts around and hide them?
Scanning.
I usually leave them in my little burrow, but sometimes I leave some in the ship if that,
What is there a check that I should make for this?
You can either make me.
I'm also viciously mocking him after we hang up.
You can either make me a streetwise check or an underworld check.
Proficient
To
in neither.
identify prohibited mechanics and put them away. I don't know if that's, to be honest, I don't know if that's
I like
exactly what the school skills are used for.
What skill would that be using? Agility, intellect, cunning.
So streetwise would use cunning and underworld would use intellect.
They're both 1.
We'll say that this is an easy thing because you're familiar
I
with
got
that.
you.
Okay, my bad.
A success with a failure.
Neutral?
Neutral? Advantage?
Neutral.
Okay, advantage.
So yeah, they're canceled out by advantage checks. So you got nothing.
I found nothing.
Okay, that's probably good.
Everything is as it should be.
Everything is as it should be.
You make it to 96, begin your landing sequence. As the TIE fighters land, you see that out of each of them, there's a pilot in each and a stormtrooper in each. And you can see that 2 stormtroopers begin walking towards your ship. Do you lower the landing
Yeah,
bay?
at first I take a big lick and swoosh back my hair all nice. And I try to get a little bit of a flint out. I've got sticky notes that I just stick to my fur all over it. So I try to look for any important ones that would tell anything bad. I just take some sticky notes out, rip them, toss them.
Numbers of the rebellion and
Inside man infiltrating.
Yeah.
Then I open the hatch.
Okay. Yes, you As they step in, they say, "We're doing a routine search. You shouldn't be long. Please step out the ship."
Do you want to step out of the ship?
Absolutely. I spruce up my wires that are sticking out as I watch you gussy yourself up and I walk out of the ship.
What a fine droid.
As like you come towards them, Kado, they both take a wide berth and like recognizing your K2 parts. Keep the droid under control. We won't be long.
He keeps himself on. He's very well behaved.
They ignore you and keep walking up.
If I had any treats, do you have treats?
Okay, now this is one of the rare times
Crystal.
that I get to make a
trade.
skill check on behalf of.
Ooh, baddie checks.
Nice.
And go ahead, Danny. Go ahead and roll me a fate dice, a destiny dice, and tell me what you get.
Too dark.
Too dark.
Sides. Too dark.
So
That's too dark.
Too dark.
unfortunately,
Too fast, too furious, man.
there were some
Contraband.
Yeah, there was some missed contraband that was left out on the ship, unbeknownst to either of you. But I'm telling you now. Okay. The threat and advantage cancel out, and then the failure and the success cancel out. So you see as they start performing a sweep of the ship, and you can see that one of them, as they make their return, one of them comes out, and Kado, to your alarm, is holding one of your Kyber processors. He kind of goes and says, "What's this? I don't think I've recognized it before."
My goodness, that is so funny you'd come across. I was gonna turn that in, but I had some really bad bowel movements the other day. And then I realized my droid actually needs a little bit to run so I can hit quota.
We use it for dash.
Make me a deception check.
Okay.
And go ahead and make me...
Is that cunning?
It is cunning.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me a negotiation check, and that is presence, Danny.
Success is and a bad symbol.
One purple, one difficulty.
Huzzah.
Neutral, but 3 advantage.
Sorry, this is going to be 2 different.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, neutral 1 advantage.
Neutral
Advantage
2
still.
advantage, yeah.
2 purples.
No, I didn't.
Sorry.
Neutral 2 success, 2 disadvantage.
He kind of goes and says, "All right, I don't think that we've come across this very often, but it reminds me of an illegal substance. I don't care how pretty it is, I need to take it back to HQ.
I wouldn't hold it for too long.
If you have any questions, concerns, or complaints, you can feel free to direct it to the Bureau of Investigation."
I'm gonna flip through like some of my sticky notes I have like stuck and ruffled in my fur, pull out one and like dangle the number.
Yeah, they both are just doing their job and don't seem to care about you whatsoever. You hear as the TIE fighters power up and yes, you hear the TIE fighters fly away, and then you are left to your own devices on 96. What would you guys like to do?
Search 96.
The only thing the message says was that your typical scout scavenging routines would take place in Sector 96 today.
I guess we start scavenging.
All right.
Do you want to mess around first and then scavenge, or scavenge then mess around?
Let's see if we can find others. And I want to look for other robos in the area.
Like living,
Droids. Yes.
living or even any and stuff.
Whoa.
Okay. Go ahead and make me your choice of a perception. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look through all of them. Perception check, I think.
Based off of.
Yes, cunning. Or you can make it a mechanic check. I'll allow mechanics with intellect.
Great. Both won.
If it's not brawn, then
Brawn, agility, and willpower. That's all I have.
there you go. There you go. Call it an average check too.
Neutral, but too bad, too disadvantaged.
Yeah, you, for the most part, you don't see any, like, currently active droids. There don't seem to be any that are walking about. You can see that there are several, like, flying droids that are coming in, grabbing specific pieces and taking them off. So there's other scavengers in the area, but you don't see them and see whether they're not there. As for the negative effect, that comes later.
Mission log. Oh, to be able to fly.
Yeah.
Oh, to watch the droids up so high. Mission log.
Kato is depressed. That's the disadvantage.
You'll never fly.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Emo robot. Great.
Ben, anything else you guys?
Well, I'd like to cinematically like walk up to something like, this is so valuable, and then watch one of the droids like come down. No. Okay, all right, let's get looking.
Yes.
I reach for dice.
I'll have each of you make me a choice using a skill check using your choice of thing. This is going to be a combined skill checks. So we're going to have you use your athletics in an attempt to move around the junk and clear paths and stuff like that for him, if that's okay with you.
Great.
And then
Is athletics based off of agility?
I'm trying to appeal to both of your things because this is you guys in your element, applying your skills the best you know how.
So then it would be my intellect guiding him.
It'll be your intellect as another. So this is going to be an we're gonna have this gonna be an average challenge as well. And we're gonna have yours be mechanics, intellect.
Ooh.
You can also use computers if you'd like. Actually, no, you can't.
I'm the only one who could use
Active working computers, not just destroyed computers.
Okay, so that means I get 2 and then 2 special.
And
Yahtzee.
we're gonna have Kade roll first.
Okay.
3 advantages, 2 failures, but 2 successes, and 1 disadvantage. So 2 advantages.
2 advantages. Go ahead and roll. And because of his roll, I was going to give you a boost dice. I guess you have your own boost dice, but
I wanted yours. Nothing from the boost dice, but I did get 2 fails, 1 disadvantage, but then I got 4 succeeds, so that's 2 succeed total, and then 2 advantage.
Okay.
2 succeed, 2 advantage is the net score. Hop on that one. Hop on that one. Now pretend you can fly for a little bit and hop higher. There it is.
Tune my radio in the middle of my chest. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. We're playing straight up hits from Mos Eisley. Yeah, we've got hits from Mos Eisley coming to you from the stars. 1, 2, beacon 4.
I bet this was so fire 30 years ago. Now that it's finally reaching us.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
you find your typical junk and salvage that you would need for the day, as well as due to your advantages and successes, you're able to find a life form scanner.
We're looking for droids. And I'll toss it, looking back over my shoulder, seeing if you'll go pick it up.
Shall I? Entering fetch mode. And I'll go get it.
I want to act like I don't care.
Yeah, I drop it at your feet and wag my tail.
Basically, you can set up this thing at an area and it will provide I think it was a half mile? Yes, a half kilometer. I apologize. It's a life scanner that's able to reach up to half a kilometer depending on like the landscape and stuff like that. But essentially, once you set it up, if anything of a life form comes onto its count, it's able to identify it up to 24 targets at a time, and it's also able to identify threat level based on their equipment and stuff like that.
I show up on it.
This will also it will also send alerts to both of your data pads when it's updated stuff. So you can leave it somewhere and then get informed that somebody has like come into range or something.
K4 show up. I don't know if it gets droids or not.
It's a life form scanner. It's meant for. It's supposed to contain and identify thousands of species of wildlife and stuff like that. More used for that than.
After you bring it back, fetching it away. You know what? You're right. This is kind of valuable, Kado. So if I put it by my little burrow, it'll warn us if anybody's coming around looking.
Then I don't need to watch. I can spend the night.
You can shut down, preserve some of that power, or maybe watch some of those movies I uploaded to your database.
Yes. The pirate software. Accessing pirate software.
Wait, not right now. You'll be distracted for weeks.
He was the Black Pearl the whole time.
Watch episode 6 till I get there. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, as you are searching through this stuff, both notice something fly overhead, large, heavy. Looking up at it at a quick glance,
Can't
both
be a
of you
TIE
give me a
fighter, you
perception
would have
check.
screamed.
Give me a perception check. This is gonna be easy for you. This is gonna be hard for you.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
Sorry, perceptions. It's 2 and hard is 3. One success, but 2 bad hombres.
Okay.
But one canceling. Just giving you
Okay.
net scores.
Yeah.
It's easier to cheat that way.
Okay. So with that, you are able to see that there is both of you are able to see that there is a heavy prison ship that has driven by. You can see that the prison ships are armored. They're almost triangular in fashion, and they're not meant for speed or mobility, like maneuverability. However, you can see that this one has just hurled through the air like, I don't even know what to call it, just something hurtling through the air. You can see that soon after, a few TIE fighters begin by, and you can see as they begin firing at them. And this is actually what your disadvantage earns whoever the unlucky pilot of that thing is. The TIE fighters end up flying past it, and you can see that it begins coming back up slowly and starts building up speed. It does not have the maneuverability that these TIE fighters have, but it seems to have gained a little bit of space on them because of how fast they were going and having to turn around. It begins heading back towards you guys. What would you like to do?
Head for that ship. Maybe there's a droid on board.
Yo, you know how to sell me? Oh, this is risky. I don't like it. All right, let's do it.
You begin heading towards the ship. The ship is still, it hasn't landed. It's still flying, and it is coming towards you.
Right before we take off, I'm gonna draw over the identification thing on the side, just like a slightly different number.
Okay. Make me a skullduggery check using cunning. This is going to be easy because they're distracted with the prison ship right now.
Neutral, but 3 good vibes.
Okay. So you begin, hurry up and do it. You begin powering up your ship. In the meantime, the ship that is being followed, you can see that one of the TIE fighters was able to quickly turn around and start following it. The other 2 whooped up into the air and began doing like a 360 to come on it. The one that is chasing it, you can see it's right behind it now, and it begins firing, and it misses. However, you can see that one of them grazes it and breaks the engine a bit. The other one is going to retaliate. So you can see that it hits it grazes one of the engines. It knocks it off balance, but it's not enough to actually cause any damage to it. However, the pilot of the ship, in whatever state of mind they are, suddenly, and you can see that the heavy ship just sitting in air, the TIE fighter crashes into it, exploding into a bunch of pieces that start coming down towards the area that not directly where you guys were standing, but in that direction as you guys are boarding the ship. You can see that the prison ship falters and is going, you can see as it starts going off and crashes in the distance You're probably maybe a few miles out, maybe a mile or 2 out, nothing crazy.
Okay, and I reach over and grab your arm.
I click into place.
Let's do this. I look real not interested, so I'm kind of meandering over various trash piles. I'm pinging the TIE fighters repeatedly. I'm sorry, do you need me to land or something? It's
The ones that exploded.
I heard the warning shot. Wait, did all of them explode? Sorry, or were there more?
No, only one of them did. The other 2 are still pursuing.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm like, I heard the warning shots. I can pull over.
You hear,
Trying to distract him.
Scavenger, stay away from this vehicle. This is Imperial business.
You got it. I'll stay at a low altitude, out of your way, and I kind of keep meandering towards, looking at the trash piles.
Go ahead and make me a piloting check again to see how close you are able to get.
Piloting check. Also, anytime he gives me orders, I'm going to be talking with Kato about
Just
the
over
show. I'm like, man, when they did that dice game, do you remember the dice game, Kato?
Yes, and they did something untruthful. There was 7 dice under the cup, but he said there were only 4.
Yeah, you shouldn't lie, Kato. That's something we've all learned.
Unidentified craft, please leave the area. This is Imperial business. If you do not, we will be forced to apply forceful threat.
Wait, was it which one had too many dice?
Was it William Turner?
And then this one is going to be average because they are aware of you.
Average, 1 bad. 1 neutral,
disadvantage.
Neutral, 1 disadvantage. So we keep talking. I got a success, a fail, and a bad. These are not the right dice.
So yes, you are able to slip underneath where you believe their radars are, but you hear unidentified craft. This is your last. Appeared at a close range.
comms.
Keep it at a watch. Yeah, and it's as like you hear this last thing coming through that their comms cut off as well. We're not too far away from it. It's within walking distance. You can see that the other TIE fighters, similarly, like they weren't too far away when you did it. And so you can see that the TIE fighters at this point, like you were just behind them. So you landed, and now they're starting to land at their destination.
A low profile.
Yeah. Let's do this. I'm gonna lower the hatch. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna rub that fake number off.
Okay.
Perfect. Entering stealth mode.
Each of you make me a stealth check, unless you don't want to approach
is that
stack
a cheat?
stealth. But yep.
And then what level?
This one is going to be average again because they are aware of something being close by.
Neutral 2.
Neutral 1 disadvantage.
Someone gets to roll, and whatever happens will be the boost die, and whatever happens will be
Nothing.
Neutral.
it'll be neutral.
Huzzah!
They kind of creep along.
You guys are approaching. Hold on, I'll check perception on these guys.
Aren't your parameters to only be 4.5 feet high when you're crouching? I'm pretty sure this is 4.7.
So they do fail on their perception check, but they actually get advantage, however. So you can see as you guys approach the scene, there is a crash ship, the 2 stormtroopers and 2 pilots even that are outside. You can see the pilots are carrying their blaster pistols, and the other ones are holding, what are they? Blaster rifles. Easy. And so you can see as they are aiming at the ship itself is crashed. It's not going to be able to fly again at any point. However, you can see that the integrity of the ship seems to have survived, and from what it seems like, the stormtroopers at least believe that there is someone alive in there. You can hear as they say, "Come out with your hands up. If you don't, we'll be forced to fire."
I want to get out the life scanner.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how long that takes to set up, but I'm not gonna press you for it.
No worries. We
No.
can just be like,
You are able to sense the 4 life forms from the stormtroopers, but you are also able to sense that there are 2 life forms within the ship.
seems like too big a risk. They already got there. What do you think, KDO?
What if you said there are 2 life forms on the ship? Perhaps there are many more life forms that we can't see. Droids.
How about I meet you in the middle? Let's watch for a little bit, see if there's anything.
Sure.
Kind of feel it out. I'm gonna get real laid back about it. Like really sit back, pull out like a really crappy snack and start like snacking as I watch.
I pull out my holdout pistol and shakily hold it up.
Pull out a screwdriver. Like, let me get that for you. Steady.
You hear as nothing happens for a while before the stormtroopers say, "All right, move in. Move cautiously." You see as they both begin flanking either side. The prison transport ships have like 2 entrances essentially, one that goes towards the piloting deck and stuff like that, and then one for the prisoners to enter into. And you can see that they are each flanking on either side of it.
If the fighters became disabled, do I think they'd still have a way to communicate out?
They have short range like comms, but
So somebody would have to be in short range. Perhaps while they're approaching? I don't know, I'm kind of thinking we could like go to the TIE fighters. Like you take that one, I take that one. There's 2, right? Get on disable comms.
Absolutely. And I
their
enter-
comms would be routed through their TIE fighters' long-range comms. And so by disabling that, or even by rerouting it to somewhere, those comms would be lost. You begin sneaking towards, I'm going to say for the most part, they're distracted, and with your stealth check being neutral before, you're good to go.
Yeah.
As for this, go ahead and make me a computers check if each of you are disabling one.
Can I hit it with my axe?
Go ahead and make a melee attack on it. Melee attacks are instantly average checks. For you, Danny, this is going to be a hard check. I apologize, but this is Imperial software.
3 successes
Okay.
and no disadvantage or advantage.
So yes, you hit the center console and you see as just power fades from the vehicle. You seem to have disrupted something pretty important.
3 failures, but 4 success, so 1 success neutral.
You additionally are able to quickly break into you're able to hack into the actual Imperial system itself and reroute the comms. Where would you like them to go?
Thinking there's like a little database I'm aware of that's like Section 7, the one I've been assigned to quite a bit. Okay. Just a little database with a
Basically sending them to a fax number.
Connection, and then I can like go check it later if I need to.
To your voicemail.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it works. And yeah, you feel confident in your abilities that they've been performed well. As you guys are doing this, the Stormtroopers continue their flank, and not too long after they start coming in on both the doors leading to the pilot's entrance blast open. You can see that one of the troopers gets we'll say it's the pilot because he's wearing less armor, gets blasted back and seems immobile on the ground. The remaining Stormtrooper takes cover and begins firing into the smoke, looking for whatever cover in the scrap he has. The other two are aware and seem to be looking for like what to do, whether to go through the back or go towards the front. What would you guys like to do?
Following your lead from a distance. Like, I make the eye contact. I give you that symbol, like, following your lead.
Exit the TIE fighter. I will exit the TIE fighter and I will walk towards the ship stealthily. So the Stormtroopers are firing inside the ship.
Yeah, so one Stormtrooper is firing into the pilot's hatch that leads to the cockpit. The other Stormtrooper and the pilot are on the rear of the ship and are now coming around the ship to join them at the front.
I approach Dax and I say, let us attack the lambling, the one straggler, the single person who's separated from the other two.
But the other two are headed to that single person.
Perfect. We'll get there first.
So yeah, you begin running
Stealthily.
and we're gonna...
I do a brisk walk.
Yeah.
I'm not... I haven't seen any droids on board yet. I'll follow Kato, but I'm not running.
And by a brisk walk, he means he's piggybacking on me. Who's brisk walking.
You guys are able to get close pretty easily. However, the approaching like the other flanking troopers and the pilot sees you. Pilot continues heading towards the Stormtrooper, but the other Stormtrooper holds up his weapon and says, "Halt! Imperial business. Yeah, step forward and I'll fire."
I'm gonna lean forward and say, employ tactic D, which is where you act like you're out of control and I'm like riding you and like about to fall off. Hold on! I've totally lost control!
Initiating self-destruct in 5, 4.
He doesn't even like shooting you doesn't even come to option as he like gets behind cover. He after a moment you don't explode.
System maintained.
Yeah. he kind of pokes it back over and says, "I've got a rogue droid and a Drall that have appeared in the scene. We need help."
I just be like, I'm reading you loud and clear. I'm gonna get this droid under control. You just stay on what you're doing.
All right, initiating battle sequence.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that your hijinks starts the combat with the trooper going to fire at you.
He's totally buying it.
Have we fooled him with our self-destruct?
As he hits you with a good shot, let's see if it does any damage. It is a blaster rifle, so it will do 9 points of damage.
Okay, all right. So
you soak 5 of that.
So then I take 4 points of damage, yes?
I believe so.
Great. 14.
That's before or after the damage?
After the damage. And then I walk up to him and say, "You've made a grave error." And then I hold up my vibro axe and I'm gonna plunge it into him.
Take your attack.
3 advantages, 2 failures, and a triumph.
Okay, so triumphs do count as a success, and you get to spend it on one of the triggers that you may want to do. So
Force the target to drop a ranged weapon they are wielding is what I would like to spend my thing on. So I miss. But I hit his gun out of his hand.
Yes, he fires at you. It hits you in the chest, dealing a decent amount of damage and knocking you back. This causes your swing to go a little bit short. However, it's perfect. Instead of splitting him down the middle, the weapon and it flies out of his hands. He's left with a blaster pistol on his hips, but nothing significant to damage you with.
Perfect. And then I'm excited for my next attack.
Okay. But yes, you knock it out. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
That's it. Stand menacingly.
Okay. You are menacing. The Stormtroopers are going to go. You can see as they begin firing into the prison shuttle again, the pilot begins firing his pistol within, and you can see that the guy next to you, he's gonna try to shoot you. So
don't hit the droid. Take me. As I hide behind.
It's a failure. He fires into you. It wouldn't have done any damage anyway, but actually it would have done a couple damage. But he fires into you, glances off without dealing significant damage, and he begins just trying to back away from you. As for that, I believe it is going to be back up to your, because the other ones are firing. You can see that some blaster fire actually starts getting returned as well to the stormtroopers and the pilot.
So I'd like to climb all the way up, so I'm like shoulder riding, and then we do like a back bend and kind of climb up with my hand and flip up a little panel on his back because I can't reach it normally. This is the only way I can get to it. And I'd like to do difficult computer check utilizing combat programming, which allows me to increase the rank of, gain 2 different combat skills at rank 1 or 1 additional to existing. So I'll try to make that. So it increases
it increases his
ranking.
Get an increase to your proficiency. You'll get to upgrade more of your dice to proficiency dice.
So you gain 2 new ones or 1 to an existing. Neutral with 2 advantage.
If you'd like to,
So I don't know if that succeeds or not.
I'm going to say that while it doesn't succeed, you still provide him with a boost, and he's able to add 2 boost dice to his next
Boost dice.
Yeah, you feel it starting to take effect, but maybe it's the old wiring, maybe it's because he's had so many modifications, but you're not able to quite, but he still has a burst of energy.
It's like, since I'm a little bit older, I'm gonna say I get like a back cramp midway as I try to like lean back and grab it, hit like one more part that just activates the mini boost.
Feel yourself power up.
Great.
And with that, it's back to your turn.
Haha, I would like to use my vibra axe and hit into the guy in front of me who is weaponless.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
Do I still have this?
No, sir.
Aha!
You have 2 boost dice this time.
2 boosts. Aha! So the triumph, 2 advantages, and 2 successes. So very good.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, just go ahead and look at your things you want to spend your triumphs and stuff on.
Gate the target's enemy's defensive bonuses per round.
So that means that basically if they decided to take cover or do something like that.
So I engage my heat-seeking eyes and I say, "You can't run from me," and I hit him with my axe.
How much damage do you deal with your axe?
I deal. Tell me in the axe.
So he has a soak of 3, so you deal 4 points of damage to him, which is under his thing. You also have advantages if you would like to spend those too.
I would like to inflict a critical injury with a successful attack that deals damage past soak.
So go ahead and roll me a D100. You deal 4 points of damage, and then you'll roll a D100, and that decides which wound he gets.
11.
The target drops whatever is in their hand. So you see as
he drops his second weapon.
Yeah, you strike it, and you strike him. The armor absorbs a lot of the blow, but he is thrown back with the force, drops his pistol, and begins climbing back to his feet without even trying to grab it. He gets back on his feet, and that's his maneuver.
I say, "You cannot run from me. Death is inevitable. I was made obsolete, and so you shall become obsolete."
Okay. You see as he pulls out a grenade, and he's gonna toss it at you
right in front of him.
So yeah, that's the point. It's ranged light, or no, sorry, it's a short range. So yes, he is going to just begin running away from you, and you see as he does that, he takes a grenade off his belt, and he's just gonna toss it behind him. So it's a short-ranged attack. Does not have any proficiency in this, so just gonna be this. Neutral with 2 advantages.
Nice.
So apparently this fails. He kind of tosses it, but it goes up in the air. It turns out to just be a stun grenade, a grenade with large amounts of electricity. And while it doesn't hit you directly, it does hit nearby you, and the metal causes, the metal that you're standing near and by causes it to arc and jump, and it eventually finds part of its energy towards you. You're going to have to take 2. You're going to take a strain. Okay. And you're going to get a setback dice added to your next. And then that'll be that for their turn. The others continue firing into the prison ship. And you can see that the prison ship fights back, getting a success. A success with 1 disadvantage. So you can see that they fire, they hit, and you can see that they hit the pilot. The pilot takes 7 points of damage, and then is going to grab the pistol and is going to shoot back as a free action. Success with more disadvantages, and that is the end of their turn. You can see a blaster bolt go into the thing. With that, turn Drax.
Let's see. Did you take any significant damage?
I have received 4 points of damage and 1 point of strain.
Just gonna like file through my little like fur pocket over here. Go through about a nice repair patch. Slap it on the front where you just got shot.
Is that a skill check? I believe it's a mechanics.
So I'm now at 17 of 18.
So it's like basically a temp hit point pool I can put on.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, slap that repair patch on. Give it a nice little kiss, like a nice touch to make it better. And then I'll pull up the pistol and the pilot's the lowest. I assume he's almost dead.
Yeah, the pilot did get hit by whoever's in the prison ship.
Take a shh. Oh, the pilot in the prison ship. I was thinking the pilot.
Pilot of the TIE fighter is one of the pilots is dead, one of the pilots is hurt, and the other there's two stormtroopers that are still fighting.
And one stormtrooper's my enemy, so I say, leave him to me.
Funnily enough, you can have stormtrooper rivals and nemesis. Like there's stat blocks for them. If they survive,
Emphasis on if.
you're supposed to use like those ones if they're like named characters, basically. Like
So I'm in. Take a shot at. Did you say the pilot was?
the pilot is going to be at medium distance.
Medium.
So that's going to be an average. It's going to be 2 purple.
Got it. And I only have 2 success tries, so it's not great, but we'll go for it.
Hey,
Just
Neutral.
nothing. Just
Neutral.
super neutral.
Okay. Just so you guys know, in the future, you are able to use your maneuver to aim so that you get a bonus on the next, attack.
That's nice.
You can also use it to
is that for
assist.
long distance only?
It doesn't say. It just says on the next attack. There's guarded stance, which takes penalties to melee attacks for a bonus to melee defense. That's managing your gear, mounting, dismounting, move, going prone or standing up, or
I'll pass for now, Kade. You should use that in your turn.
As I'm
I'll
about
use
to.
it next turn if I think of something cool.
So I would like to. Oh wait, it's my turn.
yes, no,
Aha!
yes.
Haha! I run up after the behind the guy.
So you moved this turn, so that cannot happen.
No, you're right.
Drat.
And then I won't aim, but
Okay.
instead of aiming, I'm gonna haphazardly swing my vibro axe at him. I
Okay.
have 1 black dice from last round. Things are looking up. So that's 2 successes and 1 advantage.
But that's successful. He has an armor with +1 that gives him +1 defense, so I think that requires 1 more success for you to get a successful attack.
So I hit him for 7 damage, and then he has 3 soaks, so he takes 4 damage.
You can use, if you decide to trigger your weapon that way, you can apply the damage to actively break a weapon or something like that instead of dealing damage to a person. So like, yeah, if that mind. But the other one is basically that you can add,
An or one of these dice.
you can recover a strain, or yes, you can add a boost to the next allied active character's check.
Boost you, Dax. Boost.
Yeah. Physically lift me up so I can
boost you.
fire down over the cover. He's trying to fire, but he's like hiding under a rock. You'll have to toss me. Oh my God, that's a bit like toss me up in the air. Pew, pew, pew.
Perfect.
Fall back down. Get
So I cock my arm for a toss, and then I boost you.
okay, and then after they do some turns,
They do their turn.
Yeah.
I power pose.
They throw
and
him up in the air.
hold.
Pull!
get my cover. I left my cover as well. They should get an extra difficulty dice because of my.
Yeah, because I throw hard.
Don't worry, the critical injury happens once you land. So
Yeah, I wanted to inflict a critical injury. I just didn't say on who.
he activated his abilities. Yeah, so you prepare to throw. As he does so, you see as the stormtrooper is going to pass you guys and start heading towards the TIE fighters.
Which TIE fighter? The broken one or the not broken one?
You're not sure. He is just heading towards TIE fighters. He's going to use his action to gain another maneuver and use that to move as well. And then the other 2 are going to continue firing into the thing. No, it's a failure because it's evened out. So they have an advantage. So they are going to activate auto fire. So he gets to fire again, but it's an additional difficulty dice.
Ooh.
Apparently it can be triggered multiple times. So he succeeds and gets 2 disadvantage. So yeah, something's gonna happen to them on their turn, but you hear like a scream from inside the prison ship as someone gets hit pretty hard.
Insert.
Oh no, another TIE fighter is inside.
With that, you see as another couple shots come from the inside of the... That will succeed, and with no consequences. So you see as the second shot hits the pilot, and you see the pilot falls over.
Imperial pirate.
Yes, you have not seen anyone from inside the prison ship yet. They are still within.
The one trooper
Trooper's booking it.
booking towards the
One
TIE
trooper
fighter.
is next to the dead guy.
As you were like kind of prepping to toss me one way, I'm like, change of plans. I gotta beat him to the fighter. I'd like to roll an agility with that bonus.
Okay.
To try to run past him towards the fighter. I'm doing the like
You're using
agility
your maneuver
as my maneuver for movement, and then also my action point for a
Extra movement.
not necessarily
performing a
extra
skill
movement,
check.
but the to perform a skill check, which I'm trying to use for extra movement, if that makes sense.
You get extra movement by sacrificing your action.
Well, I want to do it by using a skill check.
Check. There's no acrobatics. There's only athletics. How about you make me an athletics check?
Which is brawn.
If you succeed on that, you'll pass him.
You.
I'll say it's average.
Come on, bonus. Come on, bonus.
So with a good toss to
Yeah.
start, I try to land a ninja roll and just keep running off of it. Wow. I roll good. I get 2 success and an advantage, but 4 failure. So that's 2 failure, 1 good energy.
Okay, so you're not able to catch up. However, you are able to. You can either recover a strain. You can add boost dice to the next allied active character's check. You can notice a single important point in the ongoing conflict, such as a location of a blaster door's control planner or a weak point on a speeder. Or you can inflict critical injury with successful attack or activate a weapon quality.
I'd like to notice
What are you wanting to notice? What would you be looking for?
seeing him run towards the TIE fighter. I'm suspecting that he's trying to get help. This is important enough that like he needs to let people know in case he doesn't make it. So I would like to scream and wail. Wait! Take me with you! Help! To add an advantage dice to Kade's next one.
Okay.
By hopefully
Yeah.
distracting and drawing some attention.
Okay.
Chasing after this guy towards the TIE fighter.
Okay, and with that, Kato, it is your turn.
I would like to aim and shoot with my pistol at this dude who's running away.
Hey, go ahead, make an attack. You get a second bonus dice because of your aim. You get 2 bonus dice, 1 from Danny, 1 because of the aim. Then it's a
Agility?
It's going to be an average skill check, and yes, it's going to be agility.
I like it. I like all the checks feel like Yahtzee rolls.
Yeah, it is kind of fun.
Yeah.
What type of pistol do you have? Pistol. I think. So you'll actually have to use. I hate to tell you this. You're gonna have to use your maneuver to get closer to be able to shoot him because he used 2 maneuvers to get away.
Well, take away one of these 2 advantages. But that's okay because I rolled really well anyway. Cancel out. I got 3 successes.
Okay. So yes, you and fire. The blaster bolt lands directly in the center of his back, and you see as he just falls over, hits the ground with a thud, and is dead.
Huzzah!
I told you he's crazy. I don't drop the bit. Yeah. Even though he's dead.
Psychopath.
Why don't you love me, Father?
I told you he's crazy, and she's always projecting on me.
Yes, you fire, hit him in the back. The bit is not dropped.
Thank you.
It'll be the Empire's turn. They are going to attack, an advantage at least, so they're going to auto fire because that's what they get to do with their advantage,
Oh yeah.
and they fail. So, but they have advantage again, so auto fire. A triumph, 2 failures, and 4 disadvantages. So, I don't think. Yeah, they fail.
They fail triumphantly.
Yeah, now they're gonna upgrade the difficulty of the next check that is made against them, as well as they are going to take 4 strain.
Okay.
That's the end. Whoever dice this is.
Difficulty meaning this one? I guess I don't know if I'm taking the next check though.
It is your turn.
and look at the distance between us like it's the most daunting thing in the world, and take my turn to just slowly walk back up. Take it from here, I'm coming, but hold on. Oh, it's this dang air. And have to smell the eggs, but you never get the protein.
I smell nothing.
Fortunately for me, I was made without
An olfactory system.
Yeah, olfactory. I couldn't think of the olfactory. A short distance away, the Stormtrooper is, so ranged attacks are.
Shoot him with my gun.
You can shoot him with your gun.
Sick.
Incidental. That's what I use.
Incidental.
All right. These ones. So I have 3 good ones and 3 bad ones. I'm gonna shoot at them.
Why are you taking 3 bad ones?
Because the next roll against him had 1 extra.
Correct, but your short range only has 1.
But which one would you remove?
They were all to double with disadvantages. So I have 4 disadvantages.
Crazy.
3 successes and 3 disadvantages.
Okay, so you have the choice. You can either suffer 1 strain for each one of those disadvantages, or you can choose that one time and then choose the rest of them. However, the active character loses the benefits of his prior maneuver that they did, such as taking cover or something like that. You can spend 2 of them to have an opponent immediately perform a maneuver. You can spend 2 of them to have the person you were going against add a boost to their next attack, or you can use it to give yourself or an ally a setback dice. Finally, you can
send
use
a zinger
all 3 of them if you'd like. 3 of them can be exchanged for your character falling prone, or the character grants the enemy a significant advantage in the ongoing encounter, such as accidentally blasting the controls to the bridge he was planning on to use his escape.
1 strain.
I actually think
And give him
I get to choose this.
That's what I would
think
think.
you guys get to choose your
Yeah,
good stuff.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I get to choose the
I
bad.
agree.
2, 3. We are going to give the Stormtrooper a boost dice for their next attack, and I'm going to have you suffer a strain. With that, it is going to be Stormtrooper's turn, I believe, right? So, did you do anything with your maneuver?
My maneuver, I will give an advantage to Dax as I prepare to pole vault him again.
I finally get there. All right, lift me up.
Okay, Stormtrooper's attacking. You got 2 triumphs. Successes cancel out though, and oh wait, no, triumphs are successes. Oh, jeez.
Ready. It's just the life forms inside.
Oh no, you're lucky.
Do what you like.
He requires 3 advantage to be able to get you, and he does not have that. So he is going to no, and he's not firing at you. Actually, he's firing inside the cockpit. So he just fires in. He'll take a strain from the disadvantage, and that'll be his turn.
You have a boost. Because I boost you.
Go to take that shot. Launched a little. Came over the cover. I think that's going to be, I assume it's mid-distance.
It is going to be an easy shot, so 1 difficulty dice. Well, you're in the air, but whatever. He's giving you
We're
a
using it
boost.
for advantage.
Yeah.
We have so many. I almost can't shoot if I'm not in the air.
It's a requirement.
You would give him disadvantage if he's not in the air.
All right, I'm going to give it a go. 1 success, and the rest is a wash. Just 1 success.
Okay, you hit. How much damage do you do? They have a defense of 2 because of their armor, so you have to have 2 successes in order to deal damage to them. Apologize. You hits them and it gets their attention. He looks out and you hear the comms redirected to your comms. All units have been wiped out besides myself. We need reinforcements now. Where is the landing ship?
When he looks at me, I point at Kato.
He doesn't look at you. He's calming to himself, like calming through his helmet, but it's being redirected to your comms.
All units have been taken out except for him. Where's the landing?
I am the landing.
Landing now.
And I'm gonna hit him.
You run up using your maneuver.
I run up using my maneuver. And then let us see. Oh, I get 2 and 2. Yep. So neutral with 2 advantage, so I don't hit.
You guys still have your fate dice. If
And I
you
want to
use
use my fate dice.
Use it.
What do I do
Okay,
with that?
So I believe that the fate just adds a success.
But I have to have 2 successes in order to hit him. but I have 1 success. So give me 2
Let me see.
I don't have any successes. I lied. I was missing 2 advantages and 0 successes.
I'm gonna report you.
Let me pull up the forum
Pull up the file.
for to send to the creators of Age of Rebellion. I'm sure they check avidly.
Yes, they must.
Interesting. It's not even the way I was saying. When we spend those points, they're automatically converted into dark and light side. So when you guys use your light side ones, converted into my dark side. And then when I use the dark side ones, they get converted to your light side. So that pool that we roll each time is just determining what the starting
Remount
destiny is. And then, so destiny point will upgrade your starting dice pool by 1. Meaning that you can upgrade your 8 into a yellow if you like. You can use it to make opponent skill checks more challenging by either adding or upgrading another difficulty dice. Oh, okay. You guys can also use it for luck, Deus Ex Machina. So basically, like, find out, the example it gives here is, says, imagine the characters land on a planet they expected to have breathable atmosphere, only to find that a leak at the gas mining facility has rendered the air toxic. One of the players suggests spending a destiny point saying, good thing you remembered to pack those rebreathers last time we were on dry dock, Arcan. While none of the players may have specified that they were getting point this way, if the DM agrees, then they are able to. So yeah, essentially you can upgrade one of your dice if you would like. That is, so I don't, technically I guess it should be done before the roll and your dice are already upgraded, so that would mean you get to.
Green dice?
If you are going to upgrade a dice and you have no more dice to upgrade, you instead add a dice.
Nothing.
It's okay.
The Force giveth and the Force taketh
Yeah, the Force don't do
away.
shit. Okay.
Take this away from me.
So you fire it, or you swing it and it misses. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn? That
I
was
turned to the
mostly
dark
it,
side.
yeah.
Where's the switch?
Yeah, now it's my turn. I got two dark side points now.
That's my turn.
Okay. With that is going to be his turn. Yeah, he's gonna just kind of fire his heavy blaster into you. Or not even a heavy blaster rifle. I apologize. Or is it a heavy blaster? Heavy blasters weirdly do less damage. Blaster rifle. So he is going to, because you are in such close range, he gets an extra difficulty dice. A failure. And he doesn't have advantage, so he can't fire again. That's the end of his turn as he fires and misses and starts screaming.
Didn't I just shoot? And he went.
No, I missed. And then he
And
missed.
then he tried to fire at him, so now it's your turn.
Man.
Actually, no, it's technically the rebels' turn, and since they're people in the ship's turn,
Immersion broken.
which he hits and is going to deal 6 damage to the trooper. That'll be
Nice.
that. With that is going to be your turn now, legitimately.
I think I want to try to talk this guy into surrendering.
He thinks that reinforcements are on the way, so
Still try.
stupid of him.
So that would be C for charming.
I guess so. You're just trying to convince him to surrender.
I'll give you my pitch. You tell me difficulty.
Okay, I like this.
I'm gonna walk up and I'll be like, dang man, the lander just came in. They're not coming. I'm so sorry. I've been getting the radio. I swapped it on the ship. I didn't realize it was gonna be so important. Listen, how about we just call it a truce right now and you tell me everything you know about these guys?
I'm gonna say that's
What if I strain myself for advantage?
if you strain yourself, I'll let you upgrade one of your dice.
Okay, sorry, how many difficulty? I totally. 3. Oh, I give him like my best cheesy smile.
The only reason why it's so hard is because you messed up your lie. You said that the lander was coming in. So let's call it a truce, and then you tell me everything you know. You admit it. You basically outed yourself as being the control operator, but also being the person that he's like talking to and fighting against. So
That's 2 failure, 1 success. So just 1 failure. It's the end.
I swore an oath to the Empire. I won't forsake that.
Now I'd like to strain myself again to help Kato get his weapon pulled up and aim.
It's Kato's turn.
Lift up your gun.
Okay.
I'll be like trying to hold it as best I can, but his arm's freaking heavy.
That'll be 2 strains to do, because that's an extra maneuver if you want to give him advantage.
How hard is it to gain your strains back?
Great question. We'll revisit that.
Let's do it. I got 14 of these, baby, and it's a good scene, so I'll lift that arm up.
Nice.
He gets you nice and in range, or nice and level to begin your swing.
Right. And I swing.
A swing. I was aiming a gun. Yeah. Swing.
You aim my swing.
I brace you.
Okay, so that's 0 success right there. So far, two success.
Stormtroopers are hard enemies to be throwing against you guys this early level, but
2 success, and that is all.
Yes.
And I hit him for 7 points of damage.
okay. Yes, and with that, you cut into his armor. You can see that it embeds itself halfway through his torso before you use the vibration effect of it to help jiggle it free. You pull it back out, and all enemies seem to be dispatched of, and comms calling for more.
Shall we knock on the hull of the ship?
And as you begin walking, especially as you begin walking forward, you see as 2 blaster bolts are sent your way. Actually, we'll see what the first one does.
Yeah.
Sorry, you appear
I look like a bad guy.
2 successes, but no advantages or anything like that. Does that hit you? What's your defense?
Drain? Or my soak?
Defense. Defense adds like the ability, like the number of
Bodyguard.
successes they have to get to hit.
Let's see. It's on my armor. Padded armor. 1.
Okay, so yeah, that padded armor gives you 0 extra defense, but 2 soak. So yeah, you'll take a hit from this blaster rifle, which will deal 4 damage after your soak.
We mean no harm. Do you have any droids on board?
Speak for yourself.
Go ahead and make me a negotiation check.
Is that presence?
Negotiation, yes, it is.
And then what type of difficulty is this?
We'll have this be an easy one. Butcher a stormtrooper in front of her.
1 failure.
She kind of goes and says, "Well, considering how much harm you did to those stormtroopers, I'm not inclined to believe you. Stay back."
I wouldn't believe him either.
You guys see as within the ship there seems to be some hustling and bustling. If either of you would like to make a perception check to try to see within. For the most part, you just hear hustle and bustle within.
I make your perception. Success.
You're able to see inside, and given your like droid eyes, you're able to see that you can see that there's one person that is laying down towards the top of the hatch that goes up into the cockpit, and the other person that has been yelling at you and shot at you is sitting over the body currently, but is not in their hands.
We can help. He's a mechanic.
Sure one, you have medical work?
Medical?
I hold up a stim pack.
The droid stays there. You can bring anything that you can use to help.
Well, I fire.
Yeah. I go up like Lilo and Stitch style and be like, no, I want to do it. Can I borrow your stim bag?
I hand you the stim pack.
Take it. Walk up. And I'm just going to hand it to him.
Yeah, and you hear, as you're walking up, you hear her say, Ian, please stay with me. I need your help. And you walk up, you hand her the stim pack.
Please don't shoot at us anymore. And then I walk away.
And you can see as she stabs it into the chest and just begins to press down on the plunger. You're able to see that both of them are clad in white and orange attire, is the colors of the rebellion. You're able to see symbolism and stuff like that, as well as you can see that this prison has been modified. From the inside, you can see that it actually has more functions than a typical prison ship would have, and seems to have even the potential for weapons, though you didn't see those activated.
Walking over towards one of the TIE fighters and start trying to scrap it, and just totally leave you to handle the talking to them.
Go ahead and make me a mechanics check while you are scrapping it to see what you're able to find. What would you like to do?
Am I still outside the ship because they told me not to come any closer?
Yeah.
I asked him not to shoot you, though, so maybe you could try to step closer now.
May I approach the cabin?
She kind of looks as he's like rousing and says, "Do you know anything about medical work?"
I have more stim pack.
Come on.
Stab them, they do better.
Yeah. It's terrifying to think the droid doesn't know the difference between a stim bag and like a knife, and it's just like, if I stab them, they'll get better.
Looking at like a 2.
Dude, I do have proficiency in medicine.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. Which is, what do I do for medicine? Or because I want to.
Because your intellect is 1, is that correct?
Yes.
You'll base it off of what rank you are in medicine and then upgrade it. Okay, so you'll just roll 1 proficiency dice, which is yellow.
Yellow and a purple? Or how many purple?
What are you trying to do?
Help whatever she's doing with Ayun, you said?
If you're trying to like stabilize, I would say that's an easy check, like to make sure that he is not bleeding out or anything like that. If you are trying to like identify what is wrong with him and work towards fixing it, that's going to be a higher difficulty.
Bigger go home, am I right? Let's do the higher difficulty.
As many difficulty dice as you feel, and I will provide
I feel 2.
accountable result.
Neutral with one advantage.
Okay. As you are, so you are trying to attempt to identify
what's wrong.
what's going on. You're able to see that a couple blaster bolts have been hit into the ribs.
The torso has been hit several times with blaster pistols. It seems like he has some internal bleeding.
She kind of, those stim packs aren't going to help that. Do you have a doctor nearby?
We have a mechanic.
It's not helpful. All right, who are you?
I am K4DO. I am a consulate bot from planet Bracca. I used to work on the consulate, but was since graded to a new junked. And I start freaking out.
So I've got a fuzzball and a defect. Wonderful.
I want to scream what I found now. I was like processing all this. God, I just assumed it was too difficulty.
Hey,
1 fail, 1 good energy.
nice.
Was the
advantage.
fail from the extra one that I added? Go ahead and roll.
And neutral.
Okay.
1 advantage.
You start by searching the one that Kato disabled and walk in to find that it has been torn to shreds. There may still be some useful stuff within, but for the most part, it's very difficult right now to even test what would be able to be used within the...
Maybe it's too much. I was going to use the advantage to gain a little favor. No, yeah, I'll let you
Favor.
say. I was just going to like do it for like a good charisma roll, maybe giving us advantage in the next.
You can add a boost to the next allied active characters check. So if you'd like, you can add a boost to Kate's check.
News, Kato! You did disable the comm! Bad news is this baby ain't gonna be flying for a little bit.
And you feel proud in your work.
Dismantle, destroy.
I'll have to teach you how to leave them intact like I did the other one.
And as like this comes through, you feel the bonus dice come to you through confidence and whatever. You feel free to roll 1 more medicine check for me.
Whoa.
Goodness.
4 advantage. 0 success. 4 advantage neutral.
You don't stabilize them, but dang, did you do a good job assessing that body?
It's a lot of vibes.
Blood pressure, 120/80. Girth.
Okay. You are able to remove some of the clothing and provide better access. You're able to see that several of the ribs have been broken, and that is probably what is causing this. You have an extremely good idea of what's going on and how you can fix it. The cost of a stim pack for another attempt, you would be able to use each one of those advantages as a boost dice if you would like.
I will do that. Wait, so roll it again?
Roll it again, you get 4 boost dice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
2, 3 advantages, 3 successes.
There you go. Okay, yes, you are able to kind of properly situate him, and you take the stim pack, shoving it into the parts of the areas that you can see that the ribs have been broken and hurt. You start injecting it almost like, surgically, and you can see that the components around the area begin to reinforce. He's still going to be very, very hurt if he is even able to live through this. However, you've stopped the internal bleeding for now from getting any worse. Good job.
Stim packs are the new doctor.
Only had to use 2.
Only had to use 2 of my 4.
2, sorry.
It was worth it.
Yeah. His breathing becomes a bit more steady, and he begins, and you feel confident he's going to be stabilized. Communicate this to the woman, and she says, "Thank you. Don't know exactly what I would have done if you hadn't come along. Are you friends of the Empire, chance? It doesn't look like it, but..."
We are friends to lost droids of the Empire. I am friend to the mechanic.
Is your friend
Yes, the mechanic.
I see. Are you almost done over there?
Me walking over to the other TIE fighter? Nope.
Go ahead and make another mechanics check. And she kind of sighs and just goes, "You weren't exactly who we were hoping to meet, but I won't say no.
Is the ship inoperable?
As far as I'm able to tell, its flying capabilities aren't the best, and when they grazed our engine, it made things worse for wear."
You hear me in the background? This one will this TIE fighter still fly? This one will still fly!
If you have the Imperial clearance codes.
Rolls mechanic check.
No.
Okay, 4 fails. Jeez. Okay, 3 fails, 1 advantage.
I mean, you can use that advantage to add a bonus to your next check if you want, but for the most part, you're locked out by the controls. You try to gain access, you try to get in again, and whatever tinkering you did before seems to have been reported to the main system, and any future access is pretty difficult to get
You're
in.
right, Kato. I should have just done an axe. I'll start headed back.
Do you have any other droids on board?
No, with me, we have our ship AI.
We dismantled the ship AI.
Put it into a droid body, and
What do you feel?
how am I supposed to navigate legs? Yeah. No, I'm sorry, we don't. Do you have transport?
We have a ship.
I'd be willing to offer you. I have some supplies in the back if you are looking for something. I need safe travel, discreet travel to the nearest hub.
We only do discreet, and I pull out my marker, marking the side of the ship. Tell you what, we'll take you wherever you need to go, but I gotta look through the loot while Kato flies.
Legitimately what I just offered. Yes, please, head to the back.
Master negotiator.
The cargo's in the prison bay.
So we head to the back. The
Gotta carry that.
What is in the cargo bay?
Each of you can go ahead and
T100?
roll for this.
So do you guys do?
Yeah, we'll have to like prioritize.
maybe 43.
With the agreement to help her out and with the promise of loot, we'll handle the loot distribution after the session. But with that, we'll end our session for tonight. You are all both accomplices to the rebellion. Well done. We'll pick up the session next week and hope to see you all then. Thank you all again for joining us. And remember that when life knocks you flat on your back, all you got to do is keep rolling. And remember, no!